All right. Today we're talking to Anders Forselius. I hope I pronounced your last name close to right.
Pretty close.
Pretty close. The so-called Viking who stopped in the Bozeman and Belgrade area over the 4th of July weekend. Anders, could you describe the scope and purpose of your trip, please?
This trip is about raising money for cancer research and do some exercise there between. So I'm going from New Jersey to Seattle and then back to New Jersey, and so it will be about 7,000 miles on the bicycle and at least 12 marathons. So my way to raise money is to before every marathon I have a bet with friends on Facebook and whatever, so I tell them, if I can run this marathon under, let's say, 3:30, are you willing to donate some money for my call? And so that's the way to go.
Okay. About how far have you traveled at this point since you started the trip?
I guess I have done about 4,000 kilometers. That must be 2,500 miles, I guess.
Mm-hmm.
So and I have been running 6 marathons. I have my next marathon now in 1 week from now in Missoula.
So that you've run 6. That'll be set. So you'll be halfway through. Or did you say? Excuse me, I can't remember now. Was it 12 or 14?
I think it will be 12.
12 marathons. So you're at the halfway point.
Yeah.
For marathons.
But my mission when I started this trip was just to run 5 marathons. But somehow I find a new marathon everywhere I go. So. So I have other goal also, that when I finish this trip I will continue from Florida, from a city called Marathon in Key West. Go around America again and fill the holes in every state I haven't been running a marathon. So I want to do the 50 states with marathons and with bicycles.
Do all 50 states, including Alaska and Hawaii?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I have actually been running a marathon in Hawaii already, but for sure I want to do it again.
I see. And just last weekend, you were staying in Billings, and you made special arrangements, i.e., riding on the bus out to Seattle to compete in a marathon there. Correct?
Yeah.
And how was that?
I rather sit on a bike saddle and take a bus in America.
Okay.
The trains in US are fantastic, but the buses are not so good.
Not so enjoyable. I see. And I know, I've read too, that a big part of what you're doing is observance or an honor of a boy who, if I remember correctly, died of cancer about 10 years ago, and you know his mother. Could you tell us a little bit about that?
My last trip, that was from Athens to Athens, around Europe and around the entire United States. I spent 2 nights at a hostel in a place very close to Santa Cruz in California. Became a very good friend of the mother to this boy who died. She was working at the hostel, so she told me the story about the son. His name was Alex Blackburn, and his last wish was to be, he died when he was 12 years old in a virus, and his last wish was to be scattered all over the world. So when I left the hostel after 2 days, the mother gave me his ashes. So right now I'm trying to fulfill his last wish.
Great. And I think, did I also read that you're going to describe this particular part of your great adventure? You've got a book in the works that we can look for?
Yeah. I'm about 1/3 to the book right now, and the name of the book will be Travels with Alex Blackburn. So I'm writing about our journey together. I'm always traveling with his ashes since that day. So he has been everywhere, South America, Europe, everywhere in US. And I'm writing the book from his perspective. So I have done him to the writer. So he's the one who tells the stories about our journey together, and he puts stories from his own life in every chapter. So it will be a book about his life and our journey together.
That's neat.
And all the people we meet.
Also wanted to ask you, you've been now in Montana for a modest amount of time.
Yeah. And I'm still alive.
And you're still alive.
Yeah.
Yes, good. No grizzly bears, no Unabomber, all those things that Montana is known for.
Yeah.
None of that's happened. Could you tell us a little bit what it's like bicycling into and through Montana now that you're a little more than halfway through the state?
I'm having the best time of my life. It's such a beautiful state. The generosity of the people are fantastic. And so much history here. I spent one day at the battlefield of Little Bighorn, and that was actually just 3 days before the 135 years anniversary. So it was a big happening. I've seen so much here in Montana, and I want to see more.
Okay. Well, I know you, and today your plan is to get on to one of the most genuine places in Montana, Butte, America.
Yeah.
Over the 4th of July weekend, you will get a real view of Montana, a unique view of Montana. Have you been to Butte before?
This is the first time, because the last time I was in this corner of Montana with the bicycle, they told me to take a different route. So I'm looking forward, and people told me that this was the first city west of Mississippi to get electricity. So.
Yeah, it's a very, very interesting place. You'll enjoy it. Well, I think we best wrap up, because you've got miles to go.
Yeah.
And not take any more of your time. We do appreciate your spending some time with us.
Thank you so much.
Thank you.